Most places change because people pass through them. Greenland changes because they do not. At first glance, nothing seems to be happening. Ice stretches without direction. Light holds its position longer than it should. Wind moves, but without urgency. This is not the stillness of something abandoned. It is the stillness of something complete. Here, time does not announce itself through clocks or footsteps. It settles quietly into ice, stone, and air. Movement exists, but it is slow enough to feel permanent. Nothing rushes forward. Nothing falls behind. This opening is not an arrival. It is a removal, a gradual letting go of the pace we bring with us everywhere else. The world does not begin here. It simply continues. Greenland does not invite attention. It does not explain itself. It waits for nothing, including us. Beneath the ice, the land has always been awake. Stone carries memory without intention. It records pressure, fracture, and endurance without caring who notices. Ice presses forward not as an event, but as a condition. Water moves because it must, not because it is seen. This landscape is not dramatic. It is decisive. Every surface shows the result of forces applied slowly, repeatedly, and without witnesses. There is no single moment of change to point to, only accumulation. Here, the ground does not feel passive, it feels patient. Ice grips stone. Stone resists without victory. Neither wins, neither yields. They simply remain in contact, locked in a process older than stories. In this place, the land does not serve as a setting. It is the subject. The sea does not separate Greenland from the rest of the world. It completes it. Dark water meets ice without ceremony. Waves repeat themselves, not to advance, but to persist. Ice drifts without destination, guided by forces that do not require direction. At this edge, nothing arrives, nothing departs. The horizon dissolves before it can promise distance. Sound becomes elemental. Water, wind, contact, nothing more. This is not a border. It is a condition where land, ice, and sea agree to coexist without hierarchy. The ocean does not conquer the ice. The ice does not retreat. They negotiate endlessly, quietly. The world does not end here. It simply refuses to continue in familiar ways. What remains of human presence here is not ruin, it is residue. Stone foundations do not tell stories. They outline absence. Wood does not decay dramatically. It returns slowly to the climate that shaped it. Walls fall not because they fail, but because time does not support intention forever. These structures were once enough, then they were not. No moment marks the transition. No decision survives to explain it. The land does not erase these traces quickly. It absorbs them patiently. Human materials lose their edges. Purpose dissolves into texture. Nothing here mourns what is gone. Nothing celebrates survival. The space simply accepts what remains and continues without commentary. With no one left to maintain it, the world becomes more precise. Wind finds its path without resistance. Water follows gravity without interruption. Light moves according to latitude, not habit. Nothing corrects these processes. Nothing needs to. There is no rhythm meant for human comfort here. No climax, no resolution. Only systems repeating because they function. This is not a world out of balance. It is a world no longer adjusted for us. The longer one looks, the clearer it becomes. Nothing is missing. The absence of people does not create emptiness. It reveals continuity. Greenland does not require participation to exist. Here, time loosens its shape. Light fades without ending. Shadows hold their place. Days stretch until they feel spatial rather than temporal. The familiar markers dissolve, and with them, urgency. This is not timelessness. Time is present everywhere. It simply no longer points forward. It spreads outward instead, filling space rather than dividing it. Without beginnings or endings, the sense of progress weakens. Observation becomes slower. Attention drifts. The present moment loses its authority. In Greenland, time does not pass through the landscape. It rests within it. Nothing concludes here. Ice continues to move. Wind continues to shape surfaces. Light continues to exist without instruction. The world remains complete without acknowledgement. Greenland does not remember humanity, but it does not reject it either. Memory is simply not required. Forgetting is unnecessary. There is no message left behind, no warning, no lesson offered. Only a place that continues exactly as it always has, regardless of who notices. Time did not leave Greenland. It was never asked to,